Part four, tricking versus game. So to continue the conversation on why game is greater than tricking, essentially, as I said before, the one of the problems with tricking is that if you start seeing tricking as a normal way of life, meaning that is how you're going to have a long-term relationship with a woman, when you start viewing quote unquote relationships through the eyes of tricking, you're going to develop a lot of bitterness, resentfulness towards women because of the transactional nature that is tricking. You have to remember the number one goal of the sex worker is to do what? Get the money. Period. Say whatever, look whatever, do whatever in order to keep the money going. And escorts, sugar babies, streetwalker, blade runners, massage girls, whatever you want to call it, sex workers, and yes, sugar babies are sex workers. Sex workers are going to say and do whatever they can to keep that trick, to keep their client, all right, to keep that man spending the money. A good example of that is the sugar babies. The sugar babies are sex workers, and they're trying to put up this idea that them receiving gifts, going on expensive trips, and having tricks, pay their rent, pay their mortgage, pay their college tuition, such as junior college tuition or undergrad tuition at some big university or a small junior college school, as if that's not sex work. That is sex work. Anytime a woman tells you up front, I need you to give me something, it doesn't matter. I need you to pay my bill. I need you to do my nails. I need you to quote unquote pay my rent. Anytime she does that, that makes her quote unquote a sex worker. She may not be saying that for legal purposes because it kind of blurs the line. If the trick and her get caught, what can they say? Well, she's not a sex worker. I just paid her rent. She's not a sex worker. I just paid her tuition. Yeah, but she had sex with you that night after you did that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not in the moment transaction, but eventually it will lead to that type of transaction. So essentially, when a man decides to be a sugar daddy and a woman decides to be a sugar baby, it's still the same thing. It's still transactional sex work. That's all it is. And the bitterness and the resentfulness will develop out of that. So you got to be careful of that. The different names, quote unquote, the different positions, it still equates to the same thing.